Hey everybody, Jonathan Mayer here, and I'm back with another Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing. This is for the month of July 2023, and as referenced, today is Monday, July 24th. If this is the first one of my videos you've ever stumbled across, thank you so much for finding me. I love if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, through a like on this video, through a comment on this video, which is now available. And if you've watched, lots of these videos before, thank you so much. I really enjoy doing them. Hopefully you get some enjoyment out of them as well. So with these crates every month, we have a similar format. We have an idea of the wrestlers that are going to make up the items, but it is truly a mystery crate. I don't know what's in here, and that's what makes it fun for me, hopefully makes it fun for you. So every month they give us an idea of those wrestlers, and sometimes there's a theme behind it. They've kind of gone away from that for a while, but this month we're back with a theme. It's called the Black and White Edition. If we read through those lines a little bit, it's the NWO Black and White Edition, because we're going to get something from Randy Savage, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Buff Bagwell, Scott Steiner, Eric Bischoff, X-Pac, and a special 3x2 flag. So that'll be fun. I don't think it'll be a straight up NWO flag, but maybe a play on that somehow. A year or so ago, Buff Bagwell was on a friend of mine's show, a few friends of mine that have a show called the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. He said a lot of things that maybe didn't end up being true at that time, but he had mentioned a micro brawler. We kind of doubted that he knew what a micro brawler really was. No disrespect to Buff Bagwell, but maybe we're going to get that this month, so we'll see. Those items I talk about, every month we're going to get 2 t-shirts, because this comes from Pro Wrestling Tees, the kings of soft style, the kings of the pro wrestling t-shirt game and merchandise game, really. We're going to get 2 t-shirts. We're going to get a micro brawler. We're going to get a signed 8x10, and we're going to get a lapel pin. You're always going to get those things, but then there's a few other items as well, maybe a comic book or a wrestling mask or a pizza cutter. You just never know. So I've gone over who we expect here. Let's go ahead and crack this tape and see what we've got. All right. So first thing that we see is that card that I just went over. We see it. It's going to tell us who we get next month, but it does go over what's in this crate. So we try not to look at that first. We don't want to be spoiled, because now we're starting to take these out. I do see 2 black t-shirts in here, pretty common with wrestling shirts. Probably my preferred wrestling shirt. Every now and then it's good to get one that's not black, but all right, first up we've got, all right, now it's a little goofy. It says The Outsiders, which we know that's what Nash and Hall went by. And I know for sure this is a play on, people are yelling at the screen right now, but this is a play on a movie or a band or something. But you see there, every one of the people is either Hall or Nash. So that's a little goofy, but I'll wear it. I mean, I'm wearing a shirt right now that says Kiss the Ring. So that's our first shirt. In between here, we have a sticker, and it is a 6-ball, which that's what X-Pac was known as, 6-Pac in WCW. Had that like on the back of his shirts. So that's cool. Next up, our next black t-shirt here. And the micro brawler was revealed to me there. A pretty awesome micro brawler. But we have our next black t-shirt. Oh, this is awesome. So that first one you may have seen. I mean, I pretty much kind of like everything, maybe to a fault. But that first shirt wasn't my favorite. This shirt makes up for it. We have Macho Man Randy Savage with his NWO look there. That is awesome. I love that shirt. So that makes up for it. Not that anything needs to be made up for, but that does. Next up, we're going to go with our lapel pin. I've never gotten the chase version of the lapel pin. I probably said that many times. There's chase versions of this pin and this micro brawler. Spoiler, because I'm talking about it, I got the chase. I don't know if it's glow in the dark or maybe just black and white there, but that's an Eric Bischoff pin. And I have the chase version. I always open these up and stick them on my board. That chase stickers on the outside there. Maybe I'll just stick the whole thing. Just put a push pin through there and put the whole thing on the board. That's cool. Okay, we're gonna go straight for our micro brawler here. This is cool. And I'll be interested to see what the chase version looks like. We've got Scott Hall. It says Denim. That looks like when he first appeared on WCW, kind of coming out of the crowd. Had just been Razor Ramon over in WWF at the time. So that is awesome. We'll open that up here in a minute. But let's get through the rest of what we got here. We have a couple more items. Next thing we have that flag they were talking about. Starting to make it looks like it would be NWO, but I think what we got here is, I like this even better than if it was NWO. We've got Pro Wrestling Tees, but in that NWO look. I can see through the flag there. I can see the screen. I know you can see this. You can see most of it. PWT, Pro Wrestling Tees. I love that. I've been putting these flags up in my garage. I mean, I'm a mark for Pro Wrestling Tees, you would say. I'm friends with a lot of people there. But I love that flag. That is awesome. Okay. 2 things left. And then we'll circle back around. Next thing, this is one of those items I say that you get quite often. Maybe not every month, but almost every month. We've got a comic book. The Big Papa Pump there, Scott Steiner. So that's cool. And last but not least here, we have our signed 8x10. You'll often hear me say that if you go through the list of who I went over at the start, well, by this time, maybe you could figure out who this is. I often also say that you've gone through a lot of stuff, so maybe you don't remember. But I specifically remember pointing something out about Buff Bagwell. Maybe he was going to be the micro brawler, which he wasn't. I'm glad it was Scott Hall instead. But I'm thinking we probably have Buff Bagwell here. And we do. The thing that's cool here is the very thick paper. I don't know if that's actually the true photo from 1997, but it says 1997 NWO on the side there. And I mean, it feels like an old promo type 8x10. I like that better than if it was a color current photo of Buff. No hate on Buff, but I'm just saying this looks cool. This is like a throwback. A black and white edition of the box. We got a black and white photo. So let me circle back around the bin here. Our black and white photo I've talked about. This isn't going to be in the same order they were before, just kind of what I have here. We have our six Pac sticker, looks like a 6 ball. We have our Chase. We got a Chase. Eric Bischoff pin. We have our micro brawler here, Scott Hall in the denim look. I'll be interested to see what the Chase version of that looks like. Pro Wrestling Tees usually puts out one of these videos themselves. Chris Castro usually does one, and he'll show the Chase. They've got them there because they're Pro Wrestling Tees, so maybe check out that video to see what it is. So I didn't explain here, I usually do, that this is resealable packaging. Kind of just right here, pull it back. This card slides right out. So you could put it back in the package. You could cut out the collectible card. You could do whatever you want with it. Okay. Here's our Scott Hall Micro Brawler in the denim. He's got a ring on there, a toothpick. Nothing on the back, but there shouldn't be. It's just his denim kind of look there. That is very cool. Let's show you the rest of the stuff. We had our comic book, Big Papa Pump. Our flag. That Scott Hall Micro Brawler in this flag, I was just about to say would be my favorite items maybe from this crate, but then I forgot about that awesome Macho Man shirt. So I think people will be happy with this crate, even if I don't understand that Outsider shirt. Here's our Macho Man shirt, Macho Madness. And here's that Outsiders one, which I said, I mean, it's like a picture from probably the movie called The Outsiders. I'm sorry that I'm ignorant here, but just has Nash and Hall's faces for everybody. So that is what it is. Let's take a look, see what things were named, see what we're going to get next month, and then I'll get you out of here so you can go watch some other videos, go watch some wrestling. There's a lot of it out there. So the Outsiders t-shirt, they're just calling Too Sweet. The Macho Man shirt's called Madness. Scott Hall Micro Brawlers, 250 chase versions of that. We have our Scott Steiner Headlocked comic, our Buff Bagwell 8x10, Eric Bischoff lapel pin. There's only 100 chase versions of that, and I got one of them. We have our Pro Wrestling Tees black and white flag, and then we have our 6 sticker, 6 POC, or they just call them 6 sticker there. So that's awesome. Let's see what we're gonna get next month. So next month, these are the wrestlers that are gonna make up the crate. We're gonna get something from the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, Sting, Jay White, the Loose Cannon, Brian Pillman, Skinner, Brody King, and Butterbean. So that'll be interesting. Are we gonna get a Butterbean Micro Brawler? We might. Or maybe we'll get a signed 8x10, who knows? So subscribe to my channel. You'll see that here in about 4 weeks. I've got about 50 videos you can go back and watch. About a week ago, I did the All Elite crate, which is quarterly, so we get that 4 times a year. So 4 times a year, we double up and have 2 of these. Thanks for watching my video. We'll see you next time. Peace.